Hey yo, you know who we haven't talked about in a while? Mr. Tim Cook. Yeah, that dude behind Apple, and man, he really did not cook the iPhone 17 situation. Got even worse, like for real. Now, listen up, cause we're gonna break it down in a way that is raw and unfiltered. Just like that crazy story about Diddy's raw parties, where a lot of wild, slippery stuff went down. So strap in and let's dive deep into this iPhone 17 drama. Yo, first off, let's talk about the material downgrade. Now, you might have heard that due to tariffs and inflation, Apple's rumored to be switching up its materials from grade 5 titanium to aluminium. Yeah, you heard that right. It's like inflation's been sneaking in and slowly degrading the quality of the product. You get an inferior build, but guess what? Apple's margins stay fat. And that is the real kicker, man. Tim Cook was supposed to be cooking up innovations, but instead, it looks like he just dropped the ball and served us a subpar dish. Now, let's get into the real meat of it. The iPhone 17 Air, which is supposed to start at around $899. Now here is the wild part. Despite all the hype above its ultra-thin, lightweight design, our boy Gurman is saying that the battery life is on par with the current iPhones. Like really? You'd expect that kind of slick design to be maybe sacrifice some juice, but nah, they are claiming it's got some secret sauce. Gurman says they made all these hardware and software optimizations, higher density battery, the power efficient C1 modem, and even ditching the ultra wide camera to carve out more space for the battery. It's like they are trying to squeeze in every drop of energy out of a thinner shell, but at the same time they are letting us know that the basic performance isn't gonna change. But yo, that ain't all. They also slapped on a camera control button that debuted on all the iPhone 16 models last year. Now, some folks might be loving it because it gives quick access to the camera, but others be thinking it is just an extra hassle. Imagine you're out there trying to take a pic and then BAM! There is this extra button cramping your style. Tim Cook did not really seem to cook that one up perfectly either. Oh man. Now let's talk about the design changes. The rumors are buzzing that the iPhone 17 lineup is gonna drop the Plus model altogether. Yeah, no more iPhone 17 Plus. Instead, we got the iPhone 17, the iPhone 17 Air, and the iPhone 17 Pro, and finally, the iPhone 17 Pro Max or Ultra. It's like they're reorganizing the whole family. But here's where it gets even messier. For the Pro models, they're supposedly downgrading from titanium to aluminium too. That is a serious move, man, because titanium used to be the badge of honor for premium build quality. Now it is aluminium. You can bet some fans are scratching their heads, including me, wondering if Tim Cook really thought this was a good idea. Yo, think about it. Apple's been known for pushing boundaries and delivering top tier products, and now they're cutting corners cause inflation's got him by the throat. It's like they're trying to save a buck while still charging those fat margins. And we all know you don't really want to pay premium for a premium product if it ain't premium anymore, right? Now, let's get into the display deets. All the iPhone 17 models are going to be flashing that ProMotion display with 120Hz refresh rate. That's on deck for all models now. No more keeping exclusive to the Pro lines. It's all LTP or OLED, bringing that smoother scroll and video vibe to the whole lineup. But here is the twist. Even though every model gets the ProMotion magic, it still won't save them from the fact that some of the upgrades aren't as innovative as we'd hoped. It's like they're spreading the same sauce over every single thing, but the flavor just ain't there. Yo, while we're on the topic of upgrades, let's talk about the cameras. The iPhone 17 A is rumored to come with a single 48 megapixel rear camera, which is kinda surprising cause you'd think a device that is supposed to be this slick and modern would push the envelope even further. Meanwhile, the Pro and Pro Max models are stepping it up with triple cameras and maybe even a pill-shaped or rectangular camera bump. But again, it is all looking like incremental changes, not the revolutionary leap we were hoping for. Tim Cook, man, you really did not cook up a storm here. And yo, check this. Rumors say that The standard iPhone 17 might even sport a 6.3-inch display, which could put it right in between the iPhone 17 Air's 6.6 inches and the Pro Max's 6.9 inches. It's like Apple's trying to find a middle ground, but in the process, they're making it harder for us to tell what the real value is. It's all a bit confusing, and you can tell the situation got even worse when you realize that what should have been a clear lineup is now this muddled mess of numbers and specs. Yo, let's not forget the connectivity and internals. One of the iPhone 17 models, probably the Air, is gonna roll with an Apple-designed 5G modem. That is supposed to be a big move, but it's limited to sub 6 GHz 5G, so you ain't getting the fastest mmWave speeds. Meanwhile, the Pro models are still sticking with Qualcomm chips. It's like Apple's trying to juggle innovation and legacy at the same time, and it ain't just cooking right. And man, while we're talking tech specs, let's hit on the new anti-reflective display coating that is supposed to be tougher than the ceramic shield. Sounds cool on paper, right? But then you wonder if it's just another buzzword meant to distract us from the fact that the real product quality might be downgraded by that switch from titanium to aluminium. It's all these little tweaks and fixes that seem to add up to a product that is more about maintaining Apple's fat margins than actually innovating for us, the consumers. Yo, Tim Cook's in a tough spot here, cause he's been known to set the bar high. Apple's used to be the gold standard, but now it feels like the company is cutting corners left and right. They are sacrificing quality for cost savings, and that is why the iPhone 17 situation got even worse. You got a thinner phone, a downgraded build, and a whole lineup that is just a little too scattered. It's like they're trying to please everybody but end up pleasing no one. Imagine being one of the die-hard Apple fanboys, looking forward to the next big thing, only to have Tim Cook drop these new bombs about material downgrades and confusing specs. You're out there hoping for that groundbreaking innovation, but instead you're getting a product that is more about keeping the margins fat and juicy than delivering real value. And that is where the frustration sets in. It's like you and I are living in a different reality than Tim Cook, who's too busy crunching numbers to care about how his fans feel. Yo, I gotta say this. It is a wild ride watching this drama unfold. 1 minute, Apple's known for its slick, cutting-edge tech, and the next, you hear rumors of downgraded materials and a muddled lineup that leaves you wondering if Tim Cook even got his act together. It's like Apple's trying to have his cake and eat it too, offer premium features while cutting costs in all the wrong places. And when you think about it, that is a problem that's been stewing for a while. Inflation, tariffs, and all that economic pressure got them making compromises that just don't sit right with the fans. Now, I'm not saying Tim Cook's a bad guy or nothing, but sometimes it feels like he's lost that magic touch. You remember when every Apple product drop felt like a revolution? Now, it's more like a rehash of what has already been done, sprinkled with some new buzzwords, but without the real innovation. And that is why the iPhone 17 situation got even worse. It is a perfect storm of economic pressure, material downgrades, and a lineup that just can't decide what it wants to be. So here we are, watching as the iPhone 17 lineup nears its launch in September 2025, and all eyes are on Tim Cook. Will he manage to turn things around, or is Apple headed for a rocky road where quality takes a backseat to profit margins? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, we're all waiting with bated breath to see if the next Apple drop will be a game changer or just another letdown. Yo, that's the long and short of it. Tim Cook didn't cook the iPhone 17 situation like we all expected, and man, it got even worse, from downgraded materials to confusing specs and a lineup that is all over the place. It feels like Apple's lost a bit of that innovative spark that made us fall in love in the first place, and Just like with any big name, when things go south, you can bet people are going to be talking, and we're here to break it all down, no holds barred. So, as we all wait for September 2025 to roll around, keep your eyes peeled and your expectations in check, cause if there is one thing we learn from all this, is that sometimes the bigger the name, the harder the fall. Tim Cook, you got a lot to answer for, my dude, and until then, we're just gonna keep watching the drama unfold. Peace out, and stay tuned for more updates on this crazy Apple saga.